I do since 35 years, from Germany to America. And so as this happened, there was a lot of turmoil, there was a lot of thinking going on, and there was quite some, of course, when you leave one country for another country. And I was doing so very well in Germany. It was with an institute in Cologne, and they continued to say, come, how many times can we put you in the schedule? And here were these engagements in the United States, and I got really excited. I was never in USA before. So I had, so to speak, you could say, an emotional crisis. So as I went through what you could call an emotional crisis, I called my good girlfriend Mara. And as I called her, she said, "What's up?" I said, "Oh, please help me. We both are trained in psychology. I have done psychology since 12 years. We both are meditators since 1983. And we both have this passion of NLP. She was an NLP trainer. I was an NLP trainer. So she said, what is it that you want? By deciding whether you stay in Cologne, where everything is so comfortable. I forgot to tell you, so in Germany, I was organized, everything was comfortable, I didn't have to figure out anything. And everybody was always helpful, but I did some very particular things, and it was not necessarily growing. It was very comfortable, but not growing. And so United States was just already me as a Society of NLP trainer in Seattle and also in Alaska and everywhere where I had to travel, there was no one. So that certification and that experience was really needed. So Mara asked me, pay attention, I'm going to ask you afterwards, what is it that you want to accomplish? And I said, well, I want to offer the kind of trainings that really make a difference. I would like to help people, to help other people, so that we can create the most ultimate ripple effects. And as we create the most ultimate ripple effects, she asked me, and what is really important to you, Dr. Doris, about this? And I said, well, I would really like to influence leaders who influence leaders. Thank you, Angela. You're so welcome, Lei. And so, and then she asked me, and what is really even more important to you about this? And I said, to contribute to an increased personal and professional skills. And then she said, and what else is important about this to you? And I said, man, she's doing to me what I asked my students, and I forgot to ask myself. Isn't that how it so very often is? And so again, I had to answer what is really important to me and for me. And then I said, to create the biggest ripple effects I can within leaders and trainers who influence leaders and trainers. So then she was still not done. And again, she asked me what I always ask my students. And that was, Dr. Doris, what is your purpose? And she said, Dr. Doris, to me, even she's my girlfriend, but she kind of just got me out of this. And then I said, my purpose by helping to increase the quality and the advanced level of personal and professional skills, I'd like to contribute to greater humanness amongst people. And I would like to contribute to more peace and greater consciousness in the world. And you know, the moment I said it, she had asked me enough questions, and I will ask you some questions in a moment also. The moment she said it, I had this clunk experience. Who knows the clunk experience? Yes. So I had this experience inside where things just aligned, and there was no question that, of course, I meant to go to the United States. And everything fell in place. I got the ticket that I couldn't get before, which had exactly the route I wanted. I had an assistant with me who would right away help me, get me to the airport. And then I had somebody pick me up there. So all the little obstacles that I thought maybe it means I shouldn't go. So everything was carried out of the way, and I moved to the United States after that conversation. I think we got it done in only 2 months. And you know, I'm thinking of this conversation again and again. And then what happened, because these were my early days, I had a meditation and a therapy center in Capitol Hill, Seattle. And I was leading it with some colleagues. And in order to complete my degree in psychology, I did a counseling training. It was 3 times 3 months. And there was this incredible occurrence. And after that, I sit with you and ask you questions. There was this incredible occurrence, which was that we were supposed to bring clients. It was 26 counselors and 12 different senior trainers that would accompany us throughout the 3 months. It was 8 hours a day, serious training, 3 times 3 months. And so that was part 2 of the training. And I brought a client, Karen. And Karen came very slowly on stage, and she would typically be hanging down, like shoulders hung down and face down. And I was in the middle, and here was Tanya, this very charismatic trainer. So everything was declared openly, and all clients knew they are coming in order to learn. So I declared to everyone that I gave Karen already 7 sessions and that I'm not satisfied with the results. We have a very good relationship, but I just couldn't create the kind of change that I wanted to create. Tanya, who is supposed as a senior psychologist give some ideas and ask some questions, asked Karen the first question: what did you think was your difficulty? And Karen looked up. And then Tanya said, maybe what you thought was your difficulty is actually just a signal for you to do something differently. And Karen looked up, and all of a sudden, she didn't smile. I mean, she was declared, I forgot to tell you, sorry, her case or whatever it was declared was depression. So she would all of a sudden have a complete different posture, breathe differently, and walk off the stage much more erect and with a very different mood. So afterwards, we were all sitting together on the stage. All clients left and said, thank you for the learning. And so all of us 26 counselors, I never forget, this was life-changing for me. I couldn't wait because I wrote everything down. I was such an eager student. And then I said to Tanya, Tanya, what made you ask the questions in such a way? And she said, I don't believe people have problems. And I don't think they need fixing. I just think that people need to learn how to reorganize their patterns of thinking and work on their purpose and find their purpose. Because what she had asked to Karen that made that amazing change is, what is really important to you and for you in living your life? And you know, Karen couldn't answer. She couldn't answer, but she still really experienced a shift deep inside of her, which made her have such a different physiology. So there are no problems. People don't need fixing. People only need to learn how to reorganize their patterns of thinking and find their purpose. This was in 1987. And so the meeting was ended. I was just able to write everything down. And then they left. And I found myself running after Tanya and saying, Tanya, look, this is so amazing. The change that you created in Karen with 2 questions in less than 2 minutes was bigger than me giving her 7 times 1 hour. And all the things you say are just so revolutionary to me. I can't even digest it. Please tell me, what did you learn? You learned something. This is beyond psychology. And that's in 1987 when I heard for the first time, she said, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And I said, what? And she said, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And I was trying to write this word and said, what a weird word. And off she was. And I tell you, that was before Google. So now I had to find out, where is this neuro-linguistic programming without Google? And guess what? I did. And exactly 2 months later, I found Raina in Seattle, who was running the 18-day practitioner, NLP practitioner trainings, and a new life began. I became really only clear of my professional purpose. I became really only clear what mattered to me personally. And I knew this is what it is. I always thought psychology takes so long. And to talk about the problem again and again. And so the way how she approached this and so much more quickly and so much more amazingly was just really, really something that I knew I had to carry further. And I did. So after that 18-day training, oops, there's somebody, I have to unmute yourself. Could you unmute yourself, whoever has the noise? So I took one NLP training after the other, and that was the beginning. And since then, I'm teaching NLP. I'm living NLP. I'm helping people with NLP way beyond being a naturopathic doctor, way beyond psychology, and way beyond emotional intelligence, which I also was engaged in, and which I also teach, or I merge emotional intelligence together with NLP. And I am so proud and I'm so pleased and I feel honored that I may present this to you today. Are you ready for some engaging conversations and questions?
Yes, we are.
Yes? Yes, Ali, thank you. Lei, can you hear us now? Jean Jong, can you hear us? I cannot pronounce your name. Please help me. I think she cannot get onto the audio. Lisa, so what I would like for us to do, I think I have already introduced myself. So I'm the NLP Master Trainer at Illuminations, and we are so happy to tell you more about NLP. But let me do this a little later after you have an experience. And also, this is a promotional event. It means we will, of course, tell you about the next steps and how you could learn NLP and what you could do with NLP, etc. So basically, the first thing that I want you to think about is, oh, is this PowerPoint? Can you still see me all right?
Yes, we
Yeah?
can see you. Yeah.
So, so basically, the first question is always, what is it that you want to accomplish? And even if there is not a real clarity on it, I mean, I only knew I want to coach and train and, you know, really help people. That was the first thing I knew. I was quite young then. And after we know what we want to accomplish, we will ask ourselves the question, what is really important to you and for you? So may I ask you, Angela, what is it that you want to accomplish? Like, let's say either it could be you can choose personally or you can choose professionally.
Actually, I would like to, as you mentioned before, you said you want to help people. That's the same reason I want to help people along with myself, helping myself first. Then
Yeah.
after helping myself, while helping myself, I will heal myself, and I want to help others who are in the same situation like me. So that's my main purpose. And funny, that's why it made me cry, because during meditation before I started, I was praying and I was asking, take me to direct me to where I have to go, where I can help, heal, and use my healing gift from the universe. And funny, and I didn't know what is NLP. I knew what it was, but I didn't. When you start talking and when you ask what you want to be and how you want to do, it like triggered a light bulb on my head. Like the universe has sent me something. Here you are. You can do what you want to do now. You get me what I'm talking about? Like, I was asking the universe saying, please, I need to get out of this fear. I'm always scared of doing this, doing that. Let me get out of this fear, and I want to see what is my true purpose is, and use my gift as a healer. Show me a way, show me a door, and open a door. So let me walk through. And
So you
the
would
webinar.
really, what you want to accomplish is you would like to work and share yourself as a healer?
Yes, exactly,
Okay. Okay, hold on, hold
exactly.
on. And Liz, we do a little bit like quick little sessions because there's 7 more people to come. I don't know whether they will make it. But if they come in, we welcome them. So just quickly in one sentence, what is it that you want to accomplish? Let's say what you would like to use this evening for, so that we in this evening, in the next 45 minutes, make a significant difference for you, so that you get to reflect maybe the way you never did before. So Ali, what is it, in which realm would you define your outcome, please? Ali? Okay, then Lisa?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So what is your outcome? What is it that you want to accomplish?
I would like to learn about NLP. I am just have a curious mind, and it's an educational tool for me. So
yes, but now we go a little bit deeper than that. So I will tell you about NLP and give you all the answer all your questions. We took a little longer to start. I'm available for a whole hour. Can you stay a whole hour or 45 minutes?
I have to leave in 20 minutes. I have a dinner plans. But what I would like to learn, Doris, of course, I want to know, I have some issues, and it can help me with my business. It can help me with my personal development. And it will help me to understand my thinking. And I would like to meditate, but I'm always struggling with meditation, and I'm always like a little hyper. So I was hoping.
So outcome means, do you want to, so you actually have a fulfilling career?
I do.
Okay. And what are you doing?
I have export-import business here in the world.
Okay. Okay. So you would like to learn NLP for yourself, and in order to enhance your business thinking and relationships?
Personal thinking, I'm more thinking about myself, about my personal development.
Very good. Very good. Yes, that's what it does. Wonderful. So helping your personal development. Now, I'm still going to ask you, what is it that you want to accomplish according to that? You want to become more calm. You want to become more engaged. You want to have more fulfilling relationships. You want to simply personally excel, like speak a positive, forward-oriented outcome?
All what you have mentioned, to be calm, to be mindful, to be aware. I would like to embrace the journey of, after a long time in working and traveling and career, at this point, I'm more interested in spending time with myself and becoming more calm, and try to understand my thinking better. And I am have a curious mind about NLP. I've read about it a while ago, and I wanted to read the books from Tony Bozar.
Thank you. So I'm so curious. Are you in a marriage?
No, I'm single.
Okay, that's what I just thought. I think I heard that between your lines. And Lisa? Or should I say Liza?
Well, you can say whatever you want. That's fine.
No, if it's Swedish, it's Lisa. I'm German.
Yes, that's correct. It's Lisa. So I like to have a fulfilling. I'm not looking like as a career as such, NLP, but I think to many different healing modalities, to kind of combine them for to help others, to have a fulfilling life for myself and to help others.
Nice one. Nice one. So now look at this. So I would like to give you, who would like to learn a little bit more? What is the difference of goal, of outcome, of criteria, of standards, of purpose, of vision? Who would like to understand a little more? Would you?
I think, yeah.
It's an important lesson in NLP. I can tell you, it just changed my life. Angela, this gives so much more clarity, because see, many of us are already very good with people. and many of us have some sort of a background, you know, in self-development or even spirituality, but I had all of that. And why I chose NLP is it gives such a clear structure. It makes everything precise in a way that it's like, aha, okay. So a goal, we don't like to use the word goal because it makes you very easily separate from what you want. And typically when you say, I will do this or I will do that, you're over here and then you see yourself far away, right? So in NLP, we ask, would you please already experience having accomplished? We want you to already feel it. So it's more tangible and it's with you right now. So when you say you would like to, you're not knowing exactly which healing modalities, but you are people helper and you would like to help people because you are experiencing, let her be, children are very welcome, let her be there. Because it is important, because you experience some sort of reward, Angela, is it?
Sorry, come
So
again.
when you help others, you experience reward. Liza, would you say that? When you help others, it's some sense of reward, or what would you call that?
Yes. Oh, yes, of course. I think when we're only I'm only concentrating on myself, I feel like there's a lack of something. So it's about sharing and I feel like I make some kind of difference for someone. There's a special feeling when you're managing to help someone or guide them or at least be part of someone else's life for like a bigger purpose, I would say.
Yes,
Definitely.
So now let me teach you. So what makes us successful or not, and what makes us move very slowly or more effectively, has to do with the clarity of our values. Other words for values is criteria or standard. See, you have some standards inside yourself. You have criteria. And if your partner or family member doesn't follow those standards, you may get mad and you may start arguing. But what really happened deeper down is one of your standards didn't get respected. We already are motivated to do what we do, but we are not aware what it is. And if we are not happy, it means we are not living our standards or criteria. And in order to find the best word that will help you in all areas, let's call it today values. And the question for values is, what is important to you about it? And I'm going to give you the chance, and you can ask it to yourself 3 times. So now each of you has said what you want to accomplish. Now the question is, what is important to you and for you about this? Angela gets a very deep look in her eyes. Lisa, maybe you first. So becoming someone who heals, who coaches, who helps others. What is important to you and for you about this?
Sorry, I switched my I was muting because I have a mosque outside, so
Okay.
so that's why I am not so much.
What is important to you about it?
It's important to feel like a life has been worth living, that it goes beyond my own needs or beyond my own little world. I think it's
can we say beyond self?
yes, beyond self, but that's kind of, I see it like it's part of me.
Yeah.
It's not I don't see the borders, me and others, the same as I did when I was younger, maybe. But so yes, I would say that. But I wouldn't make it like a value in the sense of that I'm doing it because I need to. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a kind of yearning to fulfill something beyond myself, I would say.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So it gives a sense of worth. Then you
Yes.
said a yearning, and you said beyond self. Nice one. Ali, are you ready? So what is important to you and for you about developing yourself and being more calm, mindful, and aware?
Better life, better quality of life. I am near retirement, you may say, and I'm trying to discover the new way of life, and I'm interested in that NLP to understand the way how the brain works, how we figure out how we can talk to have more discipline and get things done. So again, I am just a very curious mind, very curious learner. That's my purpose of knowing more about NLP.
So really it is about a better quality of life. You are enthused by bringing discipline, I believe, for others even more, and for yourself also.
Well, yeah, it is for me, and hopefully I'll be able to relate better to other people. And,
Yes. Get things done and relate better. And Angela, what is really important to you and for you about expressing yourself by helping yourself and others?
Yes, I think it's for me, it's very important. I'm a very personal, touchy, emotional person. So I feel knowing Reiki, knowing energy healing, when I start healing myself, it helped me to heal others, especially my family, my friends.
So what is important to you about it? So look up and say, okay, when you do all of this, what will you, sorry, I will sometimes little bit not shortcut you, but basically redirect you, because my attention is to all of you, and that nobody gets bored, but that you also get the essence of the learnings. So I understand all of that, Angela, but I want you to point up and to now look at what is the value. What is your value? What do you value about all of this? What is important to you? What is the most meaningful about this?
For me, my most important thing is to help.
That's not a value.
And
That's
be
what
of
you
service.
do. See, that's why your tears came, because you are yearning for your purpose. And it's very important to learn how to ask yourself these questions. You are doing great. Hang in, I help you. So now helping others, what does it mean? What does it stand for? Helping is an activity, that's not a value.
So when you, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Yes. When you say value, can you define what is it?
Right. So when I was in the crisis moving from Germany to America, Mara asked me, what is really important to you about changing your career or living your career? Because I was like, should I stay there and do what I did, or should I really venture out? And then I said, I'd like to create a greater quality for personal and professional excellence. Then she again asked me, what is really important to you? Then I said, I want to create ripple effects, because if I help with coaching to leaders, then they make ripple effects to the people they affect. So this ripple effect was a buzzword for me. And then she asked me, what is really important to you? And I think one time I said fulfillment or contentment. And then I found that it means contributing to a world with greater peace and consciousness.
Mm.
You
I
get it?
understand.
So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
when we look, see what we normally do, can everybody do this? Put your hands like this. So normally we look like this. And very often we go, and this specifically, and this specifically, and we get lost. Oh, I have to do this, I have to do this. And it's kind of going lateral. In NLP, we call it lateral, or even chunk down. We have a tendency to go into details before we do this. Now point up and say, what do I want to accomplish? What is my value? And in a moment, we will ask, what is my purpose? Right, Angela, keep looking up. So what is really important? What is that value that you are actually wanting to live? For yourself, because there's always for ourselves, there's always something that we get for ourselves and then for others.
Yeah, I want to live for myself and let go of whatever is stopping me and achieve the best. And let that effect go on to another and let that be like a ripple effect to help another. I just want to change the way I am living now and live and strive to live with purpose.
And so helping others, ripple effect, change for yourself and also helping others to change.
Yes.
And so now
Yes.
I'm curious, what will you get for yourself that is really important to you? So now it's not, you are not living it as much as you would like to, and you are able to, and you are ready to. But what is that? Is that a higher contentment or fulfillment or happiness or calmness or a deeper sense of self? Or I can run down 10 or 20 values. So what will you get from yourself for yourself, Angela?
For me, I just want abundance. Abundance, yeah.
And also greater fiscal income for yourself, maybe, right?
Yes.
It's very good. That can be spoken. Very good. Lay Jean, can you speak? Vivi, can you speak? Who is Vivi, please? I'm supposed to ask, is there a Mariam in this room? Lay Jean or Vivi, are you Mariam? Okay, let's continue. So values is basically what is really important to you and for you. And now the next question after that is, sorry, the slide moved. So now the question is, now what is your purpose? And so it's a little easier than we think, Lisa. Actually, a purpose statement is simply putting now the values that you have already found out together. So you put the values together and you formulate a sentence that we say buzzes you. A sentence where you go, oh, wow, where you kind of just feel like you got it.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Where you get exactly what you are feeling right now, Lisa, that's what it gave you. Remember when I said that to Mara, she squeezed it out of me. She literally had to squeeze me and twist me. And then in this phone call, it only took 20 minutes when I spoke my purpose. Boom! I didn't even have to think about Germany or America. Nothing was a problem anymore. The assistant came, the ticket came, everything came. This, as soon as you really care, as soon as you buzz yourself with your values and purpose, things just fall into place like that.
Okay, I'll try. So
Okay.
I would say, by living my life with passion and empowering others, I would fulfill my life purpose. Or maybe that's I don't know if that's a good, if I did it correctly, or maybe I
And
didn't
by
bring in the
living
values.
all of that, so basically what is important in purpose, that's why I have to work a little more with Angela. There is something that we get for ourselves, even if we want to be blind to it. But you are in this body, and you, I think the word abundance and probably having a little more independency and also money, Angela, is actually important for you, correct? So that's okay. Say that to yourself, because your purpose is to create, you could say, inner and outer abundance. Would you like that? So see that now we see that you, that's why I'm so much enjoying when you put your video on, because look at the person who speaks. You can see by the nonverbals whether someone is engaged and whether they find their high values or not yet, because you will see the emotional engagement in their face. And in NLP, it is called calibration. In NLP, you know how to create very deep relationships, because you actually will learn how to read the muscle changes around the eyes, how to read the changes around the facial muscle. Now, not online, but later, you will even learn how different motions in the rest of the body are there. And you see the breathing rate. Some of us have to hear the breathing. It's a little easier when we are in one room, but you can see the breathing, and you can see, even it's dark. Can you see Lisa's background is dark? But it was obvious how her facial expression changed. Could you see that? So now the purpose is living all of this. It would be living your purpose. And what is in there for yourself? What would you get out of this for you, from yourself to yourself, Lisa?
I would get out, living a very joyful, passionate, everyday life, doing what
Joy.
I love doing. I would bring in abundance there as well. Abundance, joy, passion, fulfillment, living in the flow. I would say to live in the flow and just in the
See, now
present
you want to
moment.
write all of this down, because
Maybe I don't take a lot of it.
the final way of how you formulate this will be with all of the words that you are speaking. So for self abundance, Angela, Ali, discipline, getting things done. So when you have a better quality of life, you have discipline, get things done, and you relate better, Ali. What is it that you have for yourself? Are you still there, Ali? Oh, he had to go. Do you have to go already? So let me help you. When you now create the purpose statement, So these are the kind of words that you can use when you create your purpose statement. And typically it will be nice if you kind of build it up, and then at the end you find the contribution. So basically what pretty much all different NLP directions would agree on is that we basically have a focus, an orientation, a commitment, passion, purpose. And so there's something for ourselves, and then there is something like a contribution to the higher, to what is really important. So I was buzzing myself by finally finding out that I have 3 words that buzz me most. It's peace, which for me includes calmness, and Ali had calmness. So peace, respect, and consciousness. And so I also found the name for my business in '87 in Seattle, Conscious Solutions. So when you do this work and you know this is buzzing me, you already have the name for your business too. Or you kind of, from the purpose, you can sometimes, find fun names or acronyms. And that's probably a few steps too far. But anyways, write it down, because it's a good thing to have your passion. The other class just last week, there was a woman from Mauritius, French. Her name is Dajini. And she found out that for her, it's all about love. It's all about heart. It's all about how to bring greater compassion, empathy, heartfulness, and love into the world. So all of a sudden, at the end of the purpose session, she was saying, my business name is Dashing Hearts. Dajini, from her name. So you can, then to find out the final thing is easy. So if you would speak your purpose using my focus, my orientation. So see, at the end, Mara asked me, what is your purpose? And I said, for myself, I want to maintain health and take enough time off. See, some people have to say, doing exercise. I don't have to say this because I already do it. So in your purpose, you don't have to say what you already do, right? But what you would like, let's say, I need to say, I want to further my personal relationships because I have only professional relationships. Now, I don't need to say anything about my professional relationships, but I need to say in my purpose statement so that I can take 3 times 1 hour a week for my personal friendships. See? So whatever it is you are not doing yet. So myself was, it's different now, for my greater physical health and personal relationships. Then I was speaking my values of ripple effect and personal, professional excellence, because I was also a corporate trainer and the language there is a little different. I did corporate trainings with large companies in Germany, America, and then in India. And then I said, my purpose is to contribute to greater peace, respect, and consciousness. So how would that sound for yourself, from yourself, for yourself?
So this is more what we aim for. This is more what we aim for.
Well, a purpose basically put the values that you had, worth beyond self, yearning for beyond self, joyful, passionate abundance. So bring that together by saying my focus is, my commitment is, my orientation is, my passion is. And then at the very last, typically the last one is our contribution to society, the country. It could be empowering women. For some of it, for some of us, it will be empowering children. You know, some say very clearly, I want to apply NLP for the teaching environment and to help parents and children to get better along, or to help teachers to get better along with children. So you can refine your area. For me, it was just to the world, to a more peaceful, respectful, and conscious world. That's okay. You can say world.
Yes, I think the world. I'm aiming for the world. So the focus would, I would say, the focus would be to learn enough and to so that I can use this to spread my knowledge, to help others with my knowledge and with my confidence, that I can empower other people who maybe they also might be stuck with their purpose. I will empower them with my knowledge and my focus to bring it out in the world through people who connect with me, as maybe as a teacher or a healer or a guide, or if I go into a specific area, obviously will be areas where would be their interest as well.
Yes,
So I would say
teacher,
something like
healer, guide. So really to function as a teacher, healer, and guide.
Yes.
And Angela?
Yes, I was just writing down. So I will, my purpose will change with time, correct? Now I have a different purpose again. After some time, once I achieve my purpose, what I'm looking for.
Yes. But see, the purpose does not include numbers. So now I tell you how we look forward to come to the NLP class, because in the NLP class, you will learn something that is called time matrix. So now when you have your purpose, then you lay out cards and then you say, by the end of November 2020 or end of December 2020, and then you say, I have engaged in an NLP training, I've reached certification, I'm making more money. So then you define it, but it all has to point to the purpose, because see, it's so hard for us to define in between goals if we are not clear on our purpose. So once you have the purpose, then to nail it down correctly by when you have reached what will be just easy.
Yeah.
You still have to think about it. It takes time, but the most important is that you know what is the purpose.
Yeah.
So you, so can you, Lisa, you said it very nicely. So now can you say it, Angela?
Yes. So my purpose for now is to learn, look into prosperity, and to be a healer with time.
Okay. So learn, I think we are always learning. Again, that's an action word. So so you want to be a healer for women, society, country.
The whole, I mean, anybody, even a plant or an animal. If I can heal, I love to be there. I would love to give what I can give.
Because
So,
healing means?
Healing means like it can be physical illness, it can be a mental support, it can be anything which related to healing.
And so by healing, what do you create? What is the meaning of healing? People get more calm, healthy,
Yeah, for me,
emotionally balanced.
let's say calm, peace, um joyful, I can say, and less of anxiety, stress. So all this come together for me when it comes to healing.
So that is, for example, a nice thing that you can have in your purpose statement. My commitment is to successfully counter stress and anxiety. It's so needed in this world, and it will be for quite at least 6, maybe 9 months, whatever they say. People lose their jobs, are very afraid of their health, are afraid of their life. So if you are someone who helps to successfully or effectively or lovingly, you need to find your word, counter anxiety or stress, or address or transform anxiety and stress. That is something very needed, no?
Yeah, because whoever I have encountered so far is going through this, and they constantly call me up and say, can you do a healing for me? So when they open up their bags and they pour out whatever they are going through, it's like I see it's the same thing happening. And
Yes.
so that's why I said these words which I'm currently seeing the pattern because the current situation. So anxiety, stress, always not sure about anything. They are less calm. Even it's me, but I try to manage my emotions, or I try to manage myself through self healing. But whenever I encounter anybody, it's what I see, and I think it's a great purpose to at least
Yes.
to listen to somebody.
Says so.
Yeah.
So let me get you two into the WhatsApp. This is also your WhatsApp number that you gave me, no?
Yes,
Lisa, it's your WhatsApp, and Angela, it's your WhatsApp.
Yes.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't ask you for your number, Angela.
I think I gave 056 604 1875.
056
604 1875.
56041875.
Correct.
So I'll send this to you on the WhatsApp, and
Okay.
then now I would like to tell you a little bit more about NLP. Is that fine? So basically, work on it a little bit. Write it down. We say that a purpose statement is a minimum of 3 sentences, a maximum of 6. So it shouldn't be like a vision statement where you say how many numbers or years or all of that. A vision statement is much larger. You will learn how to formulate and write down your vision statement in the NLP training. But today, what we do is we basically learn outcome, value, purpose. And now, as you know these words, please work on them. And I'm going to stop sharing now so that I better see you and show you the NLP slide. So I expect you already know what NLP is, right?
Yes.
So here's a question to you. Oops. So what is common to stress, anxiety, fear, frustration, irritation, anger, rage, lows, downs, depression, inner conflict, decision difficulty, and procrastination? What is in common any form of nervousness, missing inner silence, difficulty meditation? We also need to learn skills, but today let's look at a missing purpose. Well, if you say you want to do exercise and you don't do them, if you say you want to lose weight and you don't do anything about it, your purpose isn't high enough. You haven't formulated what is really important to you. This NLP is a purpose-oriented NLP. It helps you to be more aware of your thoughts, then of your language, how you talk to yourself and others, and then how you program the behavior patterns that result from your neuro and your linguistics. So neuro-linguistic programming gives you the concepts, the skills, and the behaviors to really create change. And what is really amazing about NLP is that it's very behaviorally based. So many spiritual models often focus only on your state of mind or on your how you hold on, I'm looking for a slide. So NLP is in order to create greater satisfaction, contentment, peace, inner silence, happiness, joy, improved communication and relationships, wealth on all levels, and health on all levels. What we are offering at Illuminations is verified and licensed international certification that you get. And if you're shopping around and look at other NLP schools, everybody does, it's normal. However, what you will find is, first of all, you find junior trainers to me. Nobody has 35 years of experience. I'm the only one. I'm also connected to the trainers who invented NLP, Richard Bandler and John Grinder, in Santa Cruz, California, in the end of 70s and beginning of 80s. So when I came, I'm second generation, I got to know most of the originators. I'm a personal girlfriend with Christina Hall, who still today is in Santa Cruz, California, and she will sign your certificate. It will come from USA and a truthful international certificate. Be aware that there are so many trainers out there that would tell you it's international, but they only bought a logo, and it's not, if it's not signed and coming flying in from another country, it's not really international. You get the difference. Most people don't know certification standards and laws. So I just want to help you. You may find something less expensive. However, the Society of NLP has called me and said, what's the matter? You are lesser price than your competitors who are juniors to you. So they scolded me because Illuminations always makes the prices affordable. So of course you have, companies online who will give you more or less cheap trainings. But if you want to learn the real NLP, I'm the most senior and I'm doing it for 35. I'm leading practitioner, master, and trainer training since 35 years. In the past 10 years, my focus is on certifying trainers. So you can go all the levels with me. And the next training at Illuminations begins on the 11th of December. Sorry. The training is, if you want to just join the first 2 days, which is called NLP Foundation, it is the total of Friday and the total of Saturday from 9:30 to 5:30, 2 days. And if you want to reach the first level of NLP, it is a 5-day, here it's written, it's a 5-day, and it is 2 times Friday, Saturday. So it begins with the 11 and 12 with the foundation. And then it's another Friday, Saturday, the 18th and 19th of December. And then it's on 2 evenings. And if you already know you are interested, it may sound like far away to you. We put you in a WhatsApp group and you get nourished already with some NLP knowledge and details. So,
can I ask a question?
Yes. Should I stop the sharing?
For a minute, 1 second. I want to ask a question. How many levels do we have to do?
So the 5 days is a practitioner level.
Okay. Okay.
Which is offered in December. And then level 2 is in March. That's 6 days. And level 3 is in April, 6 days. But only level 2, write this down. Only level 2 and level 3 together give the NLP master certification, which is 12 days. That is the 5 days for practitioner and 12 days for master is the minimum in the total of the world that is acknowledged for NLP certification. So without that, no international certification is possible. So never go for less. You can always go for more. Now, again, I want to share you why people choose me. As soon as people get to know me, they choose me because we don't do this. We train you and afterwards goodbye. I am really committed and passionate to help my students to become successful coaches or trainers or masters, whatever program you choose. And at Illuminations and worldwide, we offer every month one internship, which is a meeting. Of course, it has to fit in your schedule. It's a 2-hour meeting with all students to come and practice. Did you remember the values? Did you write down your purpose? So we check on each other. You know, what are the steps of the phobia cure? So this is a method to successfully transform all anxiety related. Actually, as soon as the person has higher heartbeat and higher breathing rate, we have what is called anxiety. So as soon as you have these kinds of symptoms, you will have a 12-step method that you can do in 10 minutes. At the beginning, it may be 17 minutes, but after some time, you can help someone in 10 minutes. So you learn very powerful intervention techniques timeline re-imprinting, because everything is coded in time. So NLP doesn't ask, what is your problem? Who had that problem? How long did you have that problem? Oh, by the way, that's what I said to Tanya. I said, you didn't ask her how long she has depression. You didn't ask her who it is from, because that's what I did. Trained in psychology, I said, is your mother have it? Is your father have it? So like all the questions that you normally ask make someone go deeper into depression. So we have to learn that we don't ask the kind of questions that bring someone deeper into the problem rather than out of the problem. So then you will learn how to apply timeline re-imprinting, because when we well form outcomes, it means according to which time frame, by when would you like to reach that? We could go back. So when you just expressed your purpose, Lisa, by when would you like to have accomplished that? And now this is not what so many goal setting firms do, bigger, bolder, best. No, it is you feel the right time, and then we rather help you to accomplish it earlier, but we don't want to plan in a way that it is stress, but to lay down by when you want to have reached what is very important. So hold on, I lost a little bit the thread here. So yes, so there's a level 1. And then, so what is really amazing, and then we can complete, and I'll answer your questions and I complete. So on day 5 of your practitioner training, you will already learn what is called the 8-step coaching process. And the 8-step coaching process is a very well-formed formula how you will be able to lead somebody through a coaching question. You get a template. I told you I'm very structured. You get a template, you get everything in written, and you can already, after 5 days, have what you need in order to give a coaching session. Now, in 5 days, you have learned 4 transformation techniques. Altogether, that is not very much. That's why 80% of people who do level 1 go into level 2 and level 3, even if they didn't plan to. They didn't say, I want to become a coach. They thought it was so amazing, so transformative, so much learning, so much fun, that they automatically come for longer and come for more. And in the level 2, you learn motivation filters. You learn how people motivate themselves, what makes people be successful at something or not. And then another 5 to 7 transformation techniques in level 2. And again, another 5 to 7 transformation techniques in level 3. So transformation techniques are what I just started to tell you, called timeline. I don't have a timeline here. I have these strings. So it's nearly like you put a string on the floor and you say, this is your lifeline. So rather than asking too many questions, what is your problem? We first, future, once you are living your purpose, you are expressing your outcomes, how will you feel? How is it for you? And then you go into the past and transform and reformulate what was in the past. So really, then there's something called the compulsion blowout, the forgiveness strategy, transforming shame, transforming guilt. Very important process. It takes altogether 3 hours to download it and understand it. And again, you will have the formula, the template, you have your book, and you can, in the beginning, when you give coaching sessions, read it off the book. But this training makes you a coach. You don't have to. You can do it for self-development, but after the first 5 days, you begin to practice, then you get a session from me. Then I will see you give sessions to others and mentor you. Then there's another little assignment between level 2 and level 3. And then with the completion of level 3, you can decide whether you want just the title NLP Master Practitioner, and the classroom hours will give you the title, or you give 10 coaching sessions under my supervision by using everything you have learned with clients. Typically, those 10 people will be your friends or family members. And you get to apply everything, learn everything. And once again, if you come into the forum, then everybody shares. I had somebody I helped with smoking. He's smoking since 12 years. I did the reframing. I did the emotional awareness technique. I did transforming guilt. What else should I do? And so the students interact and help each other. Very interactive. My whole program is super interactive. And so after the 10 coaching sessions, the students decide, typically the minimum they decide 3 months, maximum 6 months, to give themselves time to do this. And then you get your dual certificate with NLP Master Practitioner and NLP Master Coach. So now I have talked enough. What are your questions?
Let's say I have a question. Let's say if I go back home to Sri Lanka, and if I want to be a NLP trainer, so can I do you have your own company where I can link with you, or how does it work?
So after the NLP Master Coach and Master Practitioner, you can then come to trainer training. That is a worldwide trainer training. It's not in Dubai. If it's held in person at some point, probably still not next year, but whenever they have the vaccine, people come back to see me in Goa. We have a wonderful place where we hold the trainings. And also online, you can always do it online. And that's another 12-day training. In order to be an international certified trainer, you again have to do some assignments and follow a minimum of 12 days. And then you will become, eventually, after the assignments and some forums, etc., then you will become an NLP trainer. And then, yes, you can lead in Sri Lanka NLP trainings.
Okay. Maybe Lisa has another question. I have another question to ask.
No, go ahead.
I keep on asking questions.
Please.
That's good. So are you able to join on the 11th of December?
I have not seen the payment structure yet. Let me check it. Yeah. So I have another question. You say you have done only NLP. Have you done any other sorts of healing methods or courses, or have you?
Yeah, I'm a naturopathic doctor and I'm trained in many natural healing techniques.
Is it Ayurvedic?
No, it was in Germany. So it's Chinese medicine, classical homeopathy, and acupuncture. I'm trained in acupuncture, but that's long ago. That was in 1985. But then I was doing 12 years psychotherapy, psychology, and counseling. And then I learned, remember the story I told?
Yes, yes.
So then I learned that NLP is so much more effective. So since 87, I took one training in NLP after the other. I'm also teaching emotional intelligence. It's a very interesting course too. It's a shorter course. So I'm basically teaching all these methodologies and can make you a practitioner, a master, and a trainer.
Okay. So nothing related to spiritual, like, spiritual healing, like Reiki, pranic healing. not
No,
no.
no. NLP is more, it's like tonight. It uses your thinking because
Okay.
we say, see, example, when your brain shoots out adrenals and makes you like anything, stress,
Yes.
anxiety,
Yeah.
there's pictures on the level of the brain
Yeah.
that go before the anxiety. So as an
Hmm.
NL neuro-linguistic programmer, you get to move around and change the pictures until there's no heightened heartbeat and no adrenal kick.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we go into manipulating the way we think because we say we are already manipulated. We are not meant to suffer. We are not meant to have stress. We are not meant to have depression or bipolar disorder or all of that.
Correct.
We have to look at what happens here and
Hmm.
influence that. And that's what you will learn. So
Okay.
healing is included. See, many people who do Reiki or different healing techniques come to NLP so they can best address the client, but mostly they like to give NLP sessions, but they like the healing. So I have many who integrate the healing techniques with this very elegant, advanced way of coaching, how you already help the client. See, the client comes off to you and then doesn't even know what is their outcome. So take at least 5 or 10 minutes with your client before you do a healing and ask the appropriate questions. Because
Yeah.
see, if the client is not clear what he comes to you for, then afterwards he says, oh, the healing was great, but no, I forgot what she did. Or, oh, I cannot remember. So it's not
Hmm.
meaningful to them.
Hmm.
My
Yeah.
purpose is it's meaningful, and my purpose is people remember what they have learned for years after. So we use
Yes.
accelerated learning styles.
Okay.
Lisa, what is your question?
I don't really have any questions. I think the questions asked were by
Same.
Angela. Yeah.
Are
Was
you able to, are
were
you
enough.
planning or able to join 11 and 12 of December?
I will check. I will check. Because I was planning to go to Sweden in December, but maybe I go later. So I don't even know. I'm not
Yeah, after
making
the
any
class,
plan.
you still have time enough to be there for Christmas. You
True.
may
Yes.
just have to
So
buy
we'll
your
see.
ticket early.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope
Yeah,
so.
you will see whether you feel safe.
Yeah. Oh, I feel safe. I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried about this.
Yeah, because yeah.
You typically go for Christmas?
I don't know. I was planning to go to London but now London is shut down.
Yes.
So maybe I will postpone it to go after in July. Sorry, in January or February instead. So we'll see. Maybe I stay here. And traveling now is a bit hassle.
Yeah, even going back home is no way for us. It's completely shut down. So no
Oh,
planes
Sri
are
Lanka
going.
is shut down.
Yes, Sri Lanka is shut down, so
Oh,
nobody can travel at all. You're like, you're stuck here. That's it.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. That's
But
how it
it's
is.
interesting. That's interesting. But I want to
Very.
share some. Yeah, Doris, I want to share something with you.
Yes.
As soon as you came in, I saw your aura. You have pink. You have a lot of pink in your aura, as well as you have yellow. So pink is very loving and very caring, and yellow is when you have the power. You are powerful. Yeah. So both mixed together. I just have to tell it. I have to tell it.
I
That's nice.
know. No, I
That's
know
nice.
about my aura. Thank you, though. Yes. I have heard that before. Thank you. She's a
Oh
very
my
good
God.
healer, aura reader. Nice.
It happens. No, I'm not. I do not read everyone's, but sometimes it happens all of a sudden. I catch the colors. I do not tune or anything like that. it happens with the grace of God. Thank you.
Nice. Nice.
Thank you. That's nice.
Wow, Angela, I hope you can come, and I hope you will
Hopefully.
value it enough that you can value the fee of the course. I think
Yes.
it's only 1,600, but I cannot, I'm not supposed to say it because I always make a mistake with the numbers.
Yes. Yes.
Then they say,
So,
oh, you get, if you can call, I give you the number. This is the direct number. He's there after 11. His name is RJ, and he's my representative. And if
okay.
you call tomorrow or latest
Yeah.
on Tuesday morning, you will get
Yeah.
a 15% discount because you were in this webinar. But you have to
Oh,
call within 2 days.
okay. Okay.
That's
Okay.
the
For
kind
sure.
of special offer because you are very special to us because you came for the webinar and you are interested enough to really research. And you know,
Thank you.
people who come to me, 90% of people who are in the class have either taken a webinar or gotten a consult with me.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Because
because
I think
you have that openness to receive. You open up yourself to understand rather than closing yourself. Let's say I'm not from, my first language is not English. Sometimes I didn't understand how you put this thing. I was like, read it carefully and understand.
But don't worry, there's people in the class who have not even half of your English comprehension.
So
Seriously, I have someone in the class.
yeah.
I always support people because you get it between the lines. I have someone
Yeah.
in class, she's from Brazil.
Okay.
She speaks Portuguese. She doesn't even like half of the words, but she's so Dr. Doris, only Dr. Doris. So she takes recordings, then she takes text, then she has a program that translates it.
Translate.
She
Okay.
reads it in her own language.
Yes, yes, translation. Yeah.
But your English is good enough, Angela.
Oh
Don't
yeah, it's very
worry.
good.
And then you can always ask me. So I will ask you to ask me to say it again.
Yes, this is what happened
repeat.
because when
Yes.
Lisa was going with you and understanding how to answer, I'm like, how am I supposed to answer this? I didn't understand. How do I put it into my brain waves and say translate?
Oh, I didn't understand either. Not all of
I'm
it.
like,
What
oh
did you not
God.
understand? Now I need the feedback.
No,
What
I
did
mean,
you not
like,
understand?
I understood what you were saying, but I wasn't sure about what I was gonna answer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh God, it was so funny.
yeah,
Because
really enjoyed it.
I had a previous HR manager she's from the UK. When I talk to her, I totally understand. When she writes something, it's like, oh, what did she say? It's like, rude to me because when I read the email, it's so rude. But for her, that's the way she speaks. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I took time to understand. Oh, it's normal. Just fuck it.
I have that problem because I'm a little firm. I'm very German and I'm a little firm. And sometimes
Yeah.
they
So the
they
where you
say
come
I'm a
from, the
little.
culture. So at least a little bit of humor.
Okay.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I hope I get to see you again, and you are
Yes,
so very welcome. And you are in the Illumination mailing list, are you?
Yes. Yes.
yes.
So then you will receive more links to more different webinars. I have a webinar on the 17th that has become an NLP coach. So you can come again because there's a little time if you can wait till the 11th of December. But I would really recommend for you to read a little bit more NLP, It's not needed because I will explain everything and you do a lot of exercise. I do a lot of exercises. You will do everything you learn in person. You get an exercise and then, did you ever do online training?
Yes.
Did you, Lisa?
Yes, yes.
So I'll send you into the breakout room. You have a partner, you discuss something, then we come back in the big room. Then we use the whiteboard within Zoom, and there are so many amazing. I have always 2 screens. Now 2, I'm on 2 screens. So then we will use multiple ways for you to get the full classroom training.
Okay.
Great.
So this training is going to be online. It's not going to be in a
That's
classroom.
in online. It's
Oh,
online.
okay. I got you. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, Illuminations is open and there's a few classes, but of course it's mask and the distance. And so I think there's a limitation to the classes. So I'm not in Dubai, I'm in India.
Oh,
You're in India now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I came from first from Germany to the United States and then from the United States to India. They called me for the trainings. There's no Society of NLP trainer here. And so I came and then I liked India so much that I stayed. I'm your neighbor, Angela.
yes.
I love Sri Lanka. I was in Sri Lanka 3 times.
Yes, it's almost similar to India and Sri Lanka. Exactly.
Yes, but it's very special.
Beautiful. So you don't live in Dubai anymore. You live in India now.
I always come normally in a normal schedule. I come every 2 months for 2 weeks.
Okay. Whereabouts in India are you?
Goa.
Nice. I have some friends there now as well.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's where we do the trainings when the training started, when the traveling starts again. But the next, the level 2 in March, we are hoping we can do it in person.
Yeah.
But level 1 is now.
Yes.
11th, yes?
11th of December.
Okay.
Sure.
Great.
So we will connect with you and ask you what you're thinking and whether you want to come, etc.
Question.
Perfect.
So you are only connected to Illuminations. You don't have a if I want to connect directly to India, is it possible?
No, the practitioner and the master is only at Illuminations.
Okay.
Later for the trainer training, you can come.
Okay.
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 All right.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye. Take care. You too. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Angela. Nice meeting
Bye,
you.
Lisa. Take care. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
You too.
Bye.